When you were a kid, were girls allowed to wear pants?
No. When we went to school, we wore this navy blue box pleated, or not all of them were, but they were these uniforms. And they were about to our knees. They were supposed to be to our knees. And we wore white blouses.
For school?
Yeah, for school. And we wore these navy blue uniforms. The girls did. And they had the school crest, the red school crest right here in the middle of our chest. And the boys, they wore like gray pants or black pants and shirts. So they actually had more choice of what to wear than the girls. The girls had to wear the uniform. The boys didn't really have a uniform. Like they didn't wear white shirts and gray pants. They wore like, dress pants and some kind of shirt. So.
When you were a kid, did like mostly the boys have like gangster words like rad slang and like word to your mother?
When I was in elementary school, it was before there was gangster rap. Like gangster rap wasn't invented yet, so there wasn't that kind of. It's interesting because Verdun, after I left Verdun and I went elsewhere and I went to school in other places and stuff, people thought that I had like an accent, and there were certain words that I would use, and they identified me from Verdun. So it was almost like Verdun had its own kind of slang. Okay, but it wasn't American gangster rap. It was just how we talked here. That's all.
When did you start Irish dancing?
I started Irish dancing here at Riverview School in the lunch program. I think I was in grade 4, so I was about 12 years old.
Who was your teacher?
My dance teacher was Janice, Miss Janice Young.
Did you ever win a competition?
Yeah, I won a few competitions.
Do you want to be an Irish dance teacher?
I think it would be a lot of fun to be an Irish dance teacher, but right now I'm working to being an art teacher, so that's also what I'm trying to work towards at the moment, and I just want to keep dancing for myself right now.
Okay. So, did you know what you wanted to be when you were younger for like a long time?
Yeah, I knew for a long time that I wanted to be an art teacher.
How did you feel when you got your acceptance letter in the mail for your Concordia University?
Well, I applied to both McGill and Concordia so that I had more options, because sometimes when you apply to university or even to CEGEP, there's so many people applying that you might not get picked to that program. So I applied to both University McGill, which is the Montreal University, and Concordia University, and I was accepted to every program that I applied to. So I was really excited and really happy, and I got to go to the program that I really wanted to go to. So my first choice, which was Fine Arts at Concordia and Art Education.
Wonderful. What does being Irish mean to you?
Being Irish to me means that I take part in any which way possible to share my culture and express it to basically other cultures. Like the school I go to, people who are Irish are kind of a minority, so I try and express, by teaching them about dancing and what I do on my free time, and the history of Irish immigrants and everything like that. I try and take time to teach other people that, so I can just share my background with everybody else.
Who was your favorite teacher?
I had two favorite teachers. The first one was Miss Stewart. I don't know if you probably weren't here for that. No, let's come back. Miss Stewart, she taught English in grade 3, and she was my favorite teacher for English. And my second favorite teacher was Mrs. Cardarelli for music. So.
Did you have a favorite memory?
It was grade 1 or 2. Mr. Poirier was still the principal at the school. And for, I don't remember what day it was. I don't know if it was a specific like holiday or anything, but I remember I had to, my teacher decided to send me to the principal's office, not because I was in trouble, but because I was just going to tell Mr. Poirier, I think I had to present like a poem or a short story that I wrote. And it was like this private little moment that I had with the principal, and it was really cool. And I remember him giving me like a little like candy, like little candies afterwards. So it was like, it was fun. I got free candy. And yeah, I just had a really cool moment with my principal. So I was like in grade 1. So.
Did you know what you wanted to be for a long time?
Yeah, by grade 3, I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. And by grade 4, I decided what schools I was going to. So I've been planning for a while.
How did you feel when you received your acceptance letter?
When I received my acceptance letter to Marinopolis, it was a really great moment because I didn't think I was going to get into my program. So there was a lot of screaming, a lot of crying, and a lot of jumping around. And when I got my acceptance letter to Concordia, it wasn't as big of like, it wasn't as exaggerated, but yeah, I was still really happy because it was my first choice, and I'm just happy to keep going with what I want to do.
Hello. Down here. Down here. Hello. I'm a wee leprechaun, don't you see? My name is Sarah. Me friends are going to do a little bit of Irish dancing for you, don't you know? Up there.